Hey everybody, this is Dawn with Simply Southern Real Estate Team at Go Realty. Today I'm here with Andrew Allen. He's the owner-operator of Choice Home Inspections. I've been working with Andrew for several years, and before that his predecessor, Clark Cummings. So I've been using Choice Home Inspections probably for the past 15 years. So Andrew's going to tell us a little bit about Choice Home Inspections, why it's important to have a home inspection, and what is entailed during the home inspection.
So the home inspection process is very important to go through, regardless if you're buying a new construction or you're buying a house that's a couple years old or 20 or 30 years old. It's a good way to get started on knowing more information about the property.
So Andrew, I'm glad you brought that up. Whether it's new construction or a resale, it's important to have a home inspection because obviously builders are humans and they may miss things here and there too. So tell us what you do in the home inspection.
We generally, after we come outside, and we'll do the roof first, do some of the exterior work. We'll look at the siding, we look at the exterior grounds as far as walkways, driveways, making sure the water drainage on the property is good. We're really checking trees anywhere near the house that it could look dead or are dying that could fall on the house. We try to point those type of things out. So after we get through going through the exterior, we go into the interior. Generally start, I try to do a clockwise or counterclockwise circle through the house. Now we go through each room, we check all the windows and plugs, fill up all the sinks and tubs. Try to run 50 gallons of water and make sure everything is draining properly, check everything. We go into the garage, check the electrical panel. We're able to basically note everything down, all your appliances, the ages, the conditions of each one, the life expectancies. And then we also include a recall check with all of our home inspection reports. Those recall checks, they go over all your appliances, and you're a lifetime member of the recall check after you have a home inspection with us. So it could be years down the road, you'll get an email about a recall check.
So as you know, I work with both buyers and sellers. You've worked for a lot of my buyers that I've represented, and you've done inspections on homes where I'm representing the seller. And things that often come up on inspections are not big things. There are things like the GFCI out on the front porch doesn't work, or the toilet drips in the master bathroom, or things that are not major and that we live with as homeowners, and it doesn't bother us because we're living there. But it's a different story when you're selling that home to someone and they're paying top dollar in this market for it. They want everything in good working order. So Andrew does pick out some of the things that we live with on a day-to-day basis, but he also looks for more important, maybe bigger issues that we don't see.
And as far as the home inspection process, we do try to come along and name as many minor, normal homeowner defect type things, GFCIs. Maybe the toilets are a little loose to the floor. Things are going to need to be adjusted, and these things generally need to be adjusted every 3 to 5 years if you're going to live in a home. But the way we try to lay out our reports as far as major and minor type defects is we use font colors to kind of let people know, hey, these are normal things. Every house in this neighborhood or every house in this area may have a similar issue as far as GFCIs and things like that. And then the major things will be more in a report like, hey, these things here are probably something you would have had no idea about that need to be repaired. So as far as the home inspection process, as we go along, we try to point out the minor things, but also really point out the major things as far as in the report for our summary page.
The reports that the buyers receive and that real estate agents receive, we'll get them, and they'll be 35 to 60 pages long a lot of times, and of course the first time a buyer looks at that, they go, oh my gosh, what's going on? And so tell us a little bit about what is in the report that is not so alarming, and what is the bulk of the report?
Well, as far as home inspectors, we want to provide the best service we can as far as the buyers or sellers as our client. If you're selling your house and you're doing a home inspection, then we're going to be doing a home inspection for you. Generally, we're doing inspections for people buying homes. So it's a full narrative. It's a narrative report. So it goes through. We're trying to point out preventative maintenance things. We're naming where your electrical shutoffs are, your gas shutoff, where your filter is in your unit, your heat and air unit, where you need to change your filter at, where your thermostats are, where your attic acts. So a lot of it is informational. I would say in a 50-page report, probably about 75% of that report or more is going to be you know, where things are, the garage door, the keypad, the sprinkler control panel, hot tub equipment, things like that that you need to know as far as a homeowner where this stuff is. That's a lot of a home inspection report. And then you got the small area in the front of the report and then little recommendations throughout. But in the front of the report, that's where you're seeing, hey, these are the major items that are going to need to be changed. They're going to need to be repaired, whether you do it before you move in or after you move in, but some of these things need to be repaired.
So Andrew, you not only do, you mentioned inspections for buyers, you also do pre-listing inspections for sellers when they get ready to put their house on the market. I always, in fact, in my listing presentation, I have a list of things that sellers need to go through and things that we don't think about, like cleaning out your dryer vent, you know, because that will show up on a home inspection report. So tell us, is it the same depth of an inspection for a seller as it is for a buyer?
Now, as for the sellers, now it's the same type of inspection report. You are going to receive the same report a buyer would receive, like that. So we try to point out every little thing. These are some things that could come up. But for the most part, they're generally about the exact same home inspection. We go through it just like their buyer would. Now, the good thing about it is you can catch all the loose toilets. This sink's dripping. This three-way light switch, I turn it on from over here, but it won't turn it on from over here. And most people live with those things, but those little things will add up on a home inspection report and have your buyer come back and want all of this stuff done. So as far as having a pre-listing inspection, you can knock out the majority of the minor little things. So maybe if you have one or two major things, like you need a new roof or you need something, that is the only thing that comes back on an actual buyer's inspection when you go to have that done. So whenever you're picking a home inspector, you may want to just research a few things that they offer. We offer a 100-day home inspection warranty. We offer a 5-year no-leak roof warranty. We also offer a structural warranty and then a mold-safe warranty, along with the recall check. So when you're searching for a home inspection company, you may just want to check out their website, see what they offer, see what comes with it, and then they'll generally have a sample report. You can look at it, and then definitely check out Choice Home Inspections at callchoicetoday.com.
Thank you, Andrew. Thanks for your time today.